You know that moment when someone says one sentence and it rearranges the furniture in your chest? That was last night for me. My husband was married before me, high school sweetheart, first love, the kind of story people romanticize. They started dating as teenagers, did long distance through college, got married young, and then life did the cruelest thing it can do. She died at 26, an aneurysm, sudden, no warning, and it shattered him. They never had kids. There was no we grew apart. There was no we tried our best. It was just gone. And I don't say that lightly. I know the kind of grief that leaves a permanent mark on a person. I knew it when I met him. We met about 4 years after she passed. We dated, we built something, and we got married when I was 31 and he was 34. Now we have 2 children. And up until last night, I truly believed we were okay. We went to a potluck at a friend's house. Normal evening, food, laughter, small talk. One friend is newly divorced, so the conversation naturally drifted toward relationships and past partners. People were swapping stories about high school relationships, college heartbreaks, the usual. At some point, I said something honest, that I never thought I'd get married, because my luck with men had always been terrible, until I met my husband. I said I felt lucky. Then my husband started talking about his first wife. Everyone there knows his history. It's not some secret. He mentioned her the way he sometimes does, not constantly, not obsessively, just she exists in his story, and I've never tried to erase that. But then he said something that felt like getting shoved off a cliff. He looked around the room and said, "If she walked through that front door right now, I'd pick up where we left off." And I swear to God, it felt like somebody put my heart into a blender. The room went weird. You could feel it. That instant drop in conversation where everyone's smiling for half a second and then realizes, oh, that was not a joke. That was not a normal thing to say in front of your wife. I didn't want to make a scene. I didn't want to turn a potluck into a divorce announcement. So I laughed it off. I tried to play it like it was nothing. But I know it showed on my face anyway. I could feel my expression fighting me. Because all I could think was, if you still feel that way, why are we married? And I want to be clear. I have never asked him to forget her. I've never asked him to get over it. I don't even know if you truly get over something like that. I know grief doesn't work like a clean timeline. But I also know what I heard. What I heard was, if the impossible happened, I would choose her, and I would erase you. Me, the person you married, the mother of your children. We left the gathering, and I didn't speak to him the entire car ride home. I couldn't. If I opened my mouth, something ugly was going to come out, something I'd regret. So I told him, quietly, that what he said hurt me deeply, and that we could talk in the morning when I'd calmed down. I slept on the couch because he wouldn't stop hovering around me, like he was trying to fix it with presence, and I needed space just to breathe. I barely slept. In the morning, we talked. I asked him to let me speak first and not interrupt, and I told him the truth in a way that didn't turn into cruelty. I told him I understand she was his first love. I understand that if she hadn't died, we likely wouldn't exist as a couple. I've always understood that. I can live with that reality, because that's just life. But what I couldn't live with was hearing him say out loud, in front of our friends, that if she came back, he'd go back. Because what does that mean for me? For our children? It means I'm second. It means I'm the after. It means I'm the life he built because the first one was stolen, not because he truly chose me as his first choice. And even if that isn't what he meant, that's what he said. I asked him if he understood how it sounded. I asked him if he understood how humiliating it was, how heartbreaking it was, how it made me feel like a placeholder. I told him we needed counselling individual for him, and couples counselling for us, because whatever grief support he got back then clearly wasn't enough, and it spilled out all over our marriage in one sentence. He apologised, over and over. He teared up. He said he didn't mean to hurt me, that it was poorly worded, poorly thought out, that he wasn't thinking clearly, and the moment he said it, he felt it landed wrong. I asked him how he'd feel if I said the same thing to him. He didn't argue. He said he'd hate it. He said he should have never said it, and that he should have apologised immediately in front of everyone. Then I said something that made the air go heavy. I told him to think about the kids. Because when you say, if she walked through the door, I'd pick up where we left off, what you're also saying is, I'd pack up and leave my children behind for a life that doesn't include them. And that's when his face changed. Because suddenly it wasn't just about romance or grief. It was about what kind of father he is, what kind of man he's choosing to be now. After a long silence, he asked me if I wanted a divorce. And I didn't answer immediately. Because honestly, that's what I'm trying to understand right now. Not because I want to punish him, not because I don't love him. I do love him. I never stopped loving him. But because love isn't the only thing a marriage needs. I need to know if he's willing to do the work, not just say sorry, not just hold my hand. Real work, therapy, consistency, accountability. The kind of work that proves I'm not just the woman he found after tragedy, I'm the woman he is actively choosing every day with his whole chest. He agreed to individual counselling. He started looking up counsellors on his own. He agreed to couples counselling. He kept apologising, but I told him I'm not looking for endless sorry. I'm looking for change. And for now, we're trying. Not because I'm naive, not because divorce is off the table, but because I need to know for myself that I didn't walk away without trying, and I need to know whether this marriage can be safe again. Because the comment itself hurt, but what it revealed hurt more. It revealed that there's a wound in him that never fully healed, and if we don't address it, it will keep bleeding into our lives and into the way I see myself in this marriage. So here's the question I want to leave you with tonight. If your spouse said out loud, in front of people, that they'd choose their deceased partner over you if the impossible happened, would you accept it as grief speaking badly? Or would that one sentence permanently change how secure you feel in your marriage?